F&G shit. F&G shit. Shot
Big homie, Trey Boogie.
We slide.
Johnny Rocket.
Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop it. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, it's your big homie, Trey Boogie. This is Let's Chop It Up. Hey, I appreciate everybody rocking with me, staying down with me. And I'm never going to stop saying, man, you know, if you around my age, a little younger, a little older, go to the doctor. If you're not feeling right, go to the doctor. But hey, we got a special guest today. I'm a little excited about this interview. You know what I mean? Hey, we got, I ain't going to say his name yet, but he's a camera guy. He's a DJ. He's a host. He's a battle league owner. He man, this guy has so many hats. I think he got more hats on than me, man. You dig? Plus, he's a veteran. So I'm gonna have to bring him on right now. Allow me to introduce to some and introduce the others. No other than my man, Bad News Brown, man.
What's up, y'all? Salute.
I appreciate you coming on the platform. I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time today, man.
I appreciate you having me. I'm currently at home in Niagara Falls at the casino. My parents and some of my family members are downstairs playing. I've got CJA from iBattle hanging out with me here. And I'm upstairs giving this interview. So I took time out of my day since you took time out of your day to have me. I appreciate you, Trey Boogie.
Hey, that's love. That's love. That's love. We're going to get into it. You know, I tell everyone to give their elevator pitch, right? Who you are, where you come from, and what do you do. First of all, I thank you for your service. From
My
one
pleasure.
veteran to another, I thank you for your service, man.
Likewise, Trey Boogie.
Real talk. You know, even though you was in the wrong branch, but you know, y'all say the word wrong. It's hoorah, not hoorah. I'm just gonna say that off the top.
I get
it. But yeah, go ahead and let them know who you are, where you come from, and what you do, man.
My name is Bad News Brown. I come from Western New York. I'm from Niagara Falls, Buffalo, New York, just outside of Ontario, Mississauga, Canada. I am a videographer. I am a soon-to-be TV and film producer. I own the rooftop battle leagues that puts the MCs on the top of the roof and makes them battle in a small room, small crowd format. I'm the booker for CRS, Cut It, Roll It, Smoke It, owned by Miss Sherry Eli. I'm a brother. I'm a son. I'm a veteran. I'm a basket case. I'm a little bit of everything.
You know, I've been tripping, right? Because you came from upstate New York to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I went from San Diego to upstate New York in
That's
Watertown, New
crazy.
York, and I used to rock in Buffalo,
Wow, Watertown. I'm very
Syracuse,
familiar with
Buffalo,
Watertown.
Rochester, Utica, Ithaca.
I'm very familiar with Watertown. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah, that's bananas. That are. Let's go from the beginning. Before it
Mm-hmm.
was Bad News Brown, before the military, when you was in Buffalo, or what is it? Outside of Buffalo,
Yep.
what was life like for you before then?
What was life like for me? I grew up the first 8 or 9 years of my life in the inner city of Buffalo, in an area called Central Park, which is the beginning of like the east side of Buffalo. Then we moved to a little bit deeper into the east side of Buffalo, and I lived there for a little bit. And then we moved to the outskirts of Buffalo, the suburbs, is shared. Niagara Falls and Buffalo share a suburb area. And I grew up in a place called Amherst from about 9 years old to the time I was 18. And at 18, I left to the military for 5 years. Yeah, I left for 5 years to the military for active duty after that. So I bounced around the city a lot, which is good because now when I come back, I know people in so many different areas. I used to think that was a burden when I was younger because I always had the kid who had to get up and go. But now I look back at it and I come home, I know kids from all different areas because of that. So, sacrifice a little when you're young and it pays off as an adult, I guess.
Real talk, real talk. And I don't know if you know, I was known as DJ Let Loose in upstate New York. You probably had some of my mixtapes back in the day. That was me, man.
I feel
DJ
like that
Let
sounds
Loose.
familiar. That sounds familiar.
Yeah. I did 12 tapes. That's 12 albums today. You know what I mean? We did
Yeah, for sure.
mixtapes. But,
For sure.
hey, so you went into the, you was out there and then you went into the army. Or
I
the
went to the Marines.
I want
I
to
went
say
to the
army.
Marines.
I was going to go there. I was
See what you
playing
did
with
there,
you a
Trey.
little bit because you one of them hoorahs. You dig?
See
But
what you
you
did there,
went into the
Trey.
Marines.
Yeah, I did. It's a
You went
funny
into
story how I went to the Marines, though. Everybody doesn't know this, but I was thinking between the Army, the Marines, and the Air Force because my thought process was my dad did the Navy, and I wanted to do the military, but I wanted to do something other than he did because I grew up always hearing about the Navy. Um, so when I was going to sign up, both the Air Force and the Army couldn't ship me for like a month and a half. But the Marine recruiter told me he could get me out of Buffalo. We had this terrible winter. He told me he could get me out of there within like 3 weeks. So that's actually how I ended up choosing the Marines. They could get me out the fastest. Otherwise, I was probably going to join the Air Force and try to be an Air Force officer. A lot of people don't
Air
know that.
Force. So you're a
Yep.
smart guy.
I had a neighbor who was an Air Force pilot, and I like the way he carried himself. He had a good life for himself. At this time, I'm young, and I'm just like, whatever this building block is going to be, it's got to give me a good network of people, and it's also got to have some sort of element of prestige. One thing I knew about the military is no matter what branch I chose, I wasn't going to choose wrong. All of them have an element of prestige, and like I know, not just anybody can make it through that.
Right.
Military is a hard place. You gotta be a certain type of individual to make it through, and or even to complete a couple years in there, you got to be a certain type of cat. So
Real
I
talk.
always looked at it like that. Either way, I'm going to be good. It just so happens that the Marines could send me first, so that's what I went with.
And myself being from San Diego, it's a Navy and a Marine town. I got family that were Marine, Navy, and Army, and I wanted to get out of San Diego. I didn't want to get stationed and do everything, basic training, schooling, and then come back home. I
Yeah,
wanted to
for
go.
sure, definitely.
And they tricked me. You know what I mean? You know how recruiters are. They tricked me, told me this and that, and I thought I was going to upstate New York, to Fort Drum, New York, to
Yeah.
to be like a fireman or this and this, a forward observer, 13 Foxtrot. I didn't know I was going to be behind enemy lines, whispering on a radio, calling for fire and stuff. I was with the rapid deployment unit. I didn't know all that. When I came back, I went to my recruiter and went off for them.
Trey Boogie, I think we all did. You know the truth. I think we all did. Or I always say, a recruiter's the first real liar you're ever going to meet. For
real
sure.
Real talk.
Not even close.
And I wanted to be either a recruiter or a drill sergeant. I thought the drill sergeants were the coolest people in the world. Man.
I thought so too. And I probably, here's something that's funny. I probably would have seriously considered becoming a drill instructor. But at the end of my enlistment, I did a B billet, and I went from being a radio operator to a range coach for the last year and a half, because the battalion had 3 of their range coaches left, and one of my 2 best friends was one of the head range coaches, and he was leaving. They had no one to replace him, no one that was qualified. I shot expert twice, and jokingly one night, or hanging out, I was like, "Shit, I shot expert twice. I'll replace you." And then his gunny came through to my office. His gunny came through to my company, looking to get some people qualified to maybe replace him. And I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, I shot expert twice and I shot expert in boot camp. Other than that, I shot sharpshooter my second year in the Marines." I was like, "I'm your guy." I just wanted to get out of the shop, this radio shop that I didn't like in Camp Lejeune. And 10 days later, he
You were
had
in
me
Camp
gone.
Lejeune. Wait a minute. You can't run over that. You were in Camp Lejeune.
That was my last duty station, Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Yep.
I hope you doing the paperwork and getting in touch with the people to get that claim.
Is there a special Camp Lejeune claim that I need to know
about the water and stuff? We're gonna talk offline, and like I told you a long time ago, I will help you. If you need help, I will help. But Camp Lejeune is a big lawsuit right now about. I wish I was at Camp Lejeune.
Yeah. We'll talk offline for sure. I'd love to learn more about that.
Yeah. But let's get in. Let's go back. Okay, now you in Daya. Were you in the hip hop scene when you was out in Amherst, or, Buffalo?
Oh, for sure.
Were you in the hip hop scene yet?
Like, the scene was different. I came up in hip hop when it first started, right? So I'm born in '83. So my earliest recollections of hip hop was going to the train station and seeing people top rock and break dance on linoleum with the fedora hat flipped upside down so they could get some change to get some lunch.
My era.
Yeah,
I was born in '72.
Yeah, I came up on kids when crews had issues, they got out there and they battled, they dance battled. It was different. It wasn't guns and all that shit. Like, if your crew was fresher than my crew, I need to see that in front of the girls at the party. You know what I'm saying?
That's important right there, in front of the girls.
Yeah, in front of, because the girls was gonna let you know who the freshest was. If you was the freshest, there's a documentary all hip hop heads should watch. It talks about the beginning of hip hop on both the East Coast and the West Coast. It's called The Freshest Kids, and it probably describes me and your era the most. It's like, I grew up in an era where it was different. You know what I mean? Like, you might hear about a cat 2-3 miles up the road, and they'll make sure y'all at the same party, and they put the break beats on, and you gotta go. We gotta see who's who.
You form the circle.
We formed the circle. We need to see who got the freshest moves, everything. And we would always know who the freshest cat was, because afterwards he got the most ladies pulling up to him. So, it wasn't a verbal thing. It was very non-verbal. If the ladies thought his style was the freshest, they gravitating to him. So it was a different climate of hip hop that we grew up in. When we came up, hip hop was still trying to find its proof of concept. People thought it was a fad and it wouldn't last,
So, coming from Buffalo, the upstate, tri-state area, you dig? Which all my New York cats from the city hate when I say upstate New York is New York. You know how that is.
I don't mind it, because we're a different flavor than them.
it is a whole different flavor. But I'm saying that to say, coming to San Diego, how hip hop wise, was there much of a difference that you witnessed? I mean, I know being I got all my accolades in upstate New York, Rochester,
Hmm.
all that stuff, Watertown, but
Right.
being from Dago is different. Was it different for you?
Nah, you know what? I identified with San Diego because you could probably identify with this. Much like you say, everybody tells you everything that's not New York City isn't New York. They try to downplay San Diego and Orange County that because they're not LA, they don't got flavor. No, they just got their own flavor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's different. It's a little bit it's different. Maybe you don't have as large of an urban demographic in those areas, but they got their own flavor. They got their own things. The tacos is different over there. You know what I mean? It's like the hip hop is different over there. The way somebody give you a fade or braid your hair is different over there. You know what I'm saying? A plate you might get in them areas is different than what you would get in certain sectors of LA. One thing I loved about San Diego is it was kind of like the California Buffalo to me. This gem of a city that people was always trying to downplay that it wasn't.
Right, right, right. A little
Yeah.
piece of it. Hey, before we go, I gotta give a shout out to my big sis, Sherry E. And then that's gonna roll me into this next question because when we met, I was a judge at one of the battle raps, and that was the first time me and you met.
Yeah, definitely.
Love the Sherry, you dig? And she was sick, so she couldn't be there, but we made sure it all went down.
Definitely.
How did that happen? How did you guys meet?
Well, I always say God don't make mistakes, you know. And I'll tell you how we met. Her and I met through the late great, rest in peace, SL 500 Wax.
That was
Rest
my
up to my
guy.
OG. So my guy, Wax was very important to me. He's one of the most important people I've met in my travels. Before I met Miss Sherry, I want to pay homage to Wax real quick. Wax was one of these guys who was a little bit older than me, but I could talk hip hop with. Was also a big brother to me. He also taught me a lot about investing. He taught me a lot about like construction and like housing development, things of that nature. So it's funny. I think I'm one of those guys that's very good at figuring out um, what my role is, and I don't necessarily need to be Jordan all the time. I've been this way my whole life. In some areas, I've been a one. In some areas, I've come off the bench. I've been a six, seven, eight, nine. Some areas, I've been a third option, second option. I think one thing that Wax took a liking to is I was humble enough to understand there were things I wanted to learn that he knew more about. And in our travels, he would always tell me, he was like, man, you need to meet Miss Sherry, who used to run CRS. There used to be a battle rap division out here. And I'd heard about them through some battle rappers. And she was like, you need to meet her. I just feel like your business acumen and the way you move would complement each other well. He had been telling me this
Mm,
for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And then eventually he sends her a text and sends me a text. I think it might have been a group text he put us in and told us we need to meet each other at some point soon. And we did. And it's crazy. It was 4 months before he passed. We ended up
yeah,
going to lunch together. And at that lunch, we decided, like, this is worth a second conversation. And, 4 or 5 conversations becomes, a couple more conversations. And one thing we definitely knew after a handful of conversations was we could help each other and we wouldn't get each other in each other's way. We'd complement each other a lot, you know. And from there, we just would always talk and exchange values as much as we could, And I told her, I was like, the most important thing for me is whoever I'm around, I'm gonna feel like whatever I have to offer, I can offer them, and they can receive and take the parts that are useful to them, and vice versa. You know what I mean? I was looking to get into promoting. And I full fledgedly understood she had many years of experience on me when it came to promoting, and also I understood she had wisdom over me. She's older than me. And one thing I noticed about her quickly was that people gravitated to her. It seems like there's
Yeah,
something about her that like made people comfortable and want more of. And
yeah.
that was a good sign to me. And I was like, you know what? Just keep having conversations and see where things lead. And it's crazy to see some of the stuff we've done together in the last year and a half. Like some of the stuff from Jack going viral to Shy having a damn near 20,000 view battle with Chef Trez to the emergence of guys like I'm the Real Ace and Fade Green to now Royalty debuting on our platform and going against Jack and them having a great battle that just dropped today. If you haven't seen Jack versus Royalty, this is easily one of the best battles produced on the West Coast this year and on CRS Battle League ever. Go run those numbers up. Check that out. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you think about the battle. Um, it's just the energy has always worked. It seems very God guided, to be honest with you.
Now, and that's love. Big up to Jack. So
Shout out to Jack. I'm his manager.
yeah, I was about to say that. So you managing him now, you dig?
Correct.
And that's good. That's good, and that's big, man. Camera guy, DJ, host, everything you do now. You managing. You got your league. Talk talk to us about Rooftop.
Jack is the first client of Rooftop Management. You know, I, for people always ask me where did the rooftop come from. Even my dad asked me this, and I told him, I said, people are always trying to put ceilings on you and tell you how high you can go. There are no ceilings on a rooftop, just endless possibilities. You know, when you stand on a rooftop, there's a certain freedom you feel. You know, you're off the ground. You know, you're above. You're close to the clouds. You are at a higher elevation than you're used to probably being in everyday life. And I look at the rooftop as that. You know, people who work with me, I want to take them places they've never been, and I want them to experience what it's like to live a life without boundaries. That's what the rooftop means. It's metaphoric for that.
And you're a battle rapper too.
I come off the porch
I
a couple
seen
times
some
a year.
videos. I seen some videos of you.
Yeah, I come off the porch a couple times a year. This culture has you evolve in the culture. I think when I first started in the culture, it was all about me being the biggest battle rapper. To me, honestly, I look at battle rap as a growth tool. So whether I'm producing or whether I'm battling that day, what's important to me is I'm always pushing the boundaries of what I did last. Right? Like I'm always trying to take a look at my last performance and say, how can I push these boundaries a little bit more? Right? Like how can I wrote that well, how can I add more to it to make it better? Being the biggest battle rapper that ever roamed Earth, um, I do have that desire when it comes to production. And I think with battle rapping, what's important for me when I'm actually performing is that I'm just pushing past the last performance and giving you even more than what I was able to give you last time at a higher level. That's what's important to me. If I can look back at each performance and say, I gave more than I gave last time, and I gave more substance than I gave last time, that's what I'm looking to do when it comes to the rapping side of it. When it comes to producing battles, I'm looking to make you interpret battle rap perhaps in a way. I'm looking for you to go on a cinematic battle rap journey you don't always get to go on, right? Like when you watch your favorite movie and it's cut and filmed properly and the transitions are right and you know, from moment to moment is somewhat of a journey to you, both cinematically and with words. If I can do that for you in battle rap, that'd be great. I think so far on the roof for sure. There's been a couple times I've been able to do that, and I know like bumpy bars versus KO is probably if you wanted to ever take a look at something that I've produced, go look at bumpy bars versus KO on Rooftop News TV on YouTube, and I think to this day that's probably one of the most beautiful pieces of art I've ever been a part of, for sure.
That's right. That's what's up. That's what's up. And being a part of how did being a part of CRS help you with your movement you doing now with the
I always
rooftop?
say Miss Sherry is like a cheat code to me, right? Because we're like a cheat code to each other. one of the things I think that happens is, however we grow, we have this challenge to stay connected to what's new while also having a hold of information that just works. Miss Sherry's been in the promotions game. She's been in the game of life longer than I have. She's raised children. She's been a wife, a sister, a daughter. You know what I mean? She's worn many hats and was probably one of the first people to show me that wearing many hats can be done. You just have to organize it properly.
Yeah,
Before I met her, it was a giant struggle I had, and then after watching her for a while, I came to understand that I can wear 4 or 5 hats. I just have to know when to give each hat its proper attention. That's one thing I learned from her. So, for me, she's a cheat code for me because I get to learn all of the information she knows by just being around longer than me. You know what I'm saying? And then some of the new school, maybe marketing and branding strategies and things of that nature that my generation knows, she now gets that as a value exchange. So I think that's one thing that makes us very valuable to one another is we're exchanging 2 different generations worth of information at a rapid rate to each other.
that's right. That's right. That's love. That's love. And ever since me and her hooked up, you know what I mean? Like that's big sis. You dig? And it's nothing but love. It's nothing but love. Big up to Sherry. Big up to
Shout out to
CRS.
Sherry Eli,
We
the
and
one and
she's
only.
on here. She's on here. She's on here. So you know,
Shout out to
she
you, Miss
on
Sherry.
here.
I'm
And
rocking
big up.
the one of one CRS military print that she got me when I tried
That's
out for the
love.
URL Crucible last year. You know what I'm saying? All the way from San
I
Diego
was
to
looking
Buffalo.
for mine. I was looking for mine, but I was looking for mine, but I'm a little too big now. So I'm
I
rocking
heard it.
my high end radio shirt today. Big up to Joe Black. I'm rocking the high end radio. I was trying to rock my CRS today. You dig? We all love Terry. Hey, big up to my man
Hmm.
Shout Body. Us OGs and Young God podcast is in the house.
There we
I
go.
don't know who else is in the house, but if y'all on here, I'm off of Facebook. I'm just on YouTube right now. So what I want to know is the Battle League, right? A lot of people in the town sleep on it. I mean, it has this following,
Right.
but a lot of people sleep on it, right?
Hmm.
What give your spiel right now why they should be rocking with the Battle League.
If you love, first of all, let me say what makes battle rap incredible. Um, Battle rap is so much different from music. When you listen to an album, you are listening for the substance of what the subject matter is about. So if it's about playing basketball on a playground, you're looking to see how cool the MC can describe that to you. If you're looking to hear straight tales about shit that happens in everyday urban environments, you're looking to see how cool the MC can make that sound, or how they can make it sound like something you don't want to be a part of. With battle rap,
Yeah,
there's all these different formats that you have to kind of figure out as a fan, whether it be similes, metaphors, double entendres, jokes, wordplay, dissing your opponent, ribbon. There's a hundred different formats you can use to attack an opponent in battle rap. So there's these endless avenues of entertainment you can travel down in battle rap. Why should you check out CRS Battle League? If you're someone who loves great art, great people, and a great vibe, and you've never been to one of our events, you should change that because that's what's happening. It's great people coming together for the great of good. I'll give people an example. A lot of you who may or may not be familiar with Trey Boogie, I remember meeting him at the first event, and
hmm
she hadn't even told me much about him. But I kept telling her, I was like, yeah, man, I met this guy, Trey Boogie. He kind of stood out from the rest. and she starts giving me the backstory of Trey Boogie and things like that. Energy is everything. And when you're somebody who is collaborative and you want other people to win and you want to give people a platform to tell people who they are, and you want to exchange values and not just get something out of someone, people recognize that. And Trey is one of those guys that I recognize that early in the Miss Sherry Webb. One of the things I do when I meet somebody is after a while of knowing them over time, I count up all the quality people I've met through them. I remember there was a point where I was on the phone with Shy Dog, and I'd named somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 people I just found very quality that I met through Miss Sherry. Those things aren't by accident. Quality people find one another, right? And if you come to CRS Battle League, just the environment of it is going to have you around a lot of quality art, quality entertainment, and quality people. The ticket price alone is worth that.
And that's real because I could honestly say, um, from that battle when me and Big Up the Mic Spick, when we were the judges, and then I seen you again in OB, and it was
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
but
yeah,
love from you. It was nothing but love from you, man. And I even told Sherry like that, stuff like that mean a lot to me. Like
yeah,
I'm not that dude that's looking for you to pump. Oh, Trey Boog did. I'm not that dude. I do a
yeah,
lot of things for a lot of people in the town and be hush hush about it. You dig?
yep,
Because it's not for the ground. It's
right.
out of love, and you always treated me with love, and that's why this happened today. And this is why I could tell you, I see your journey, I see everything you doing. Keep doing what you doing, my bro. Keep shining, like you doing your thing, man, and keep doing what you doing for the right reason. You know what I'm saying? For the
I
right
appreciate
reason.
that, man. I appreciate that. That
Let us
means a lot. Thank you.
let us know what you got going on. What's coming up? What's coming up?
What's coming up that's going to be produced by me? Well, I'll tell you a lot of things are coming up. First of all, CRS Battle League will be following Writings on the Wall, our big December event that was hosted by Mitchy Slick and Wrong Kind Records. We'll be following that up with an April 27th event you will not want to miss. Wait till you see this card. A blockbuster 4 to 6 matchups. I almost can't believe this is a card we're giving you after that card. It'll be announced 5 weeks prior to April 27th. You won't want to miss it. Outside of that, before that, I'll be filming the Free Game Battle League Rooftop. Free Game is a battle league that has emerged on the West, probably the fastest rising battle league over the last 2 years on the West Coast. And they're all out of Sacramento and the Bay Area. Some of them are in different parts, but their home base is Sacramento. I will be shooting their version of the rooftop in either San Francisco or Oakland. We'll know over the next 2 weeks. Most likely it'll be in San Francisco, I would imagine, but it's one of those two cities. I'll be shooting their version of the rooftop. It will be a lethal lottery. So only three of the matchups will you know right away. And then the third week of February, I'm going to do a lottery drawing where six of the members of Free Game are going to find out who their opponents are that I've already purchased through a live lottery drawing. So this will be the first time we've done something like this in the rooftop history. We'll be making history when it comes to that. There's also going to be some other specialty battles on this rooftop that'll be a first time ever. We'll make some history with those. I can't wait. I'm excited. There should be somewhere in the neighborhood of two or three different styles of matchups on here. Um, and I can't wait for you guys to see the rooftop version of this extremely talented battle rap league from up north. They got Justice, who's made it to the URL final round of the Crucible this year. He's been at it for a good 4 years now, maybe 5 years, somewhere in there, and he's finally starting to reach the zenith of one of the biggest platforms in the U.S. He's going to be there hosting with me. He can't partake in it because he's a part of the Crucible, and he has an event prior to that date that's like a week before, but he's going to be there hosting the battles with me. And I usually don't do hosts on the roof, but I'm going to highlight him as a host for everything he did for his city. But the owner of Free Game Battle League, Madman League, will be our headliner. Can't wait for you guys to see who he's going to battle. You got a young upstart on their platform named Gutter, who is in his rookie year, actually going into his sophomore year now. He's going to have a nice test against a veteran for certain stipulations you guys will find out about. And then two of the free game rookies versus sophomores are going to have a battle on there. Those will be the three battles that get announced. The other six will be in the lottery. So I can't wait. As I find out what date we're going to do the lottery, I'll release it on Facebook and my Instagram story via flyer. You guys will find out. I'll do either a live lottery drawing or a pre recorded lottery drawing. I'm still trying to figure out which one I'm going to do, but you guys will be privy to that information about a week before it happens. Can't wait for you guys to see this. The free game rooftop is going to be crazy. Free game, lethal lottery, April 14th in the Bay Area. I can't wait to release this to you.
Hey. You know, I'm proud of you. You know, I love what you're doing with the rooftop. I love what CRS is doing. I support y'all 100%. If you ever need me to put some folks on a platform to promote what you got going on, you got me. You got me. You got
You
me.
know what? I'm going to
Before
work
we
that out
go,
for you,
yeah,
Trey
yeah.
Boogie. I'd love to have you be a part of the rooftop that's coming up, and I'm going to send some of the guys your way to get a promo interview with you. So thank you for that.
No doubt. No doubt. I got you, man. Hey, I appreciate everything you doing for the town. I appreciate your hustle, your drive, your motivation, and your love for my town. There you go. You dig? Keep doing what you're doing. Before we go, give this your moment right now. Any shout outs, give shout outs and how to follow you.
Definitely. First of all, I want to give a special shout out to Trey Boogie and Let's Chop It Up. If you're doing any interviews in the world and you haven't scheduled one here, you're doing it wrong. So pull out your knives, pull out your Swiss Army knives, pull out any tool you got that's sharp. Get with Trey Boogie and chop it up. First and foremost. Number two, if you like all things rhymes, cannabis culture, and genuinely great people, CRS Battle League, CRS the brand, cut it, roll it, smoke it. You need the merch. If you want to look fly, you need to tune into the Battle League if you want to be hip to what's happening in battle rap culture right now. You know what I'm saying? And you want to be a part of us because we're good folks. You know what I'm saying? There's no greedy ball hogs over here. We share the wealth, we share values, we exchange good energy. Um, if you want to follow everything that has to do with me, you can follow me at Rooftop News, Rooftop_news on Instagram, Rooftop News TV on YouTube, Rooftop News on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Follow, tap in with me if you have any questions, you ever want to be a part of any events we're throwing, and you want to know how you can be a part of things, just send me a DM. I'm the booker for CRS that's owned by Miss Sherry Eli. I own the Rooftop series. I own Rooftop News TV clothing and Bad News Brown TV clothing. She owns CRS Battle League, all merch, CRS, cut it, roll it, smoke it. And we are business partners and friends. You see what I'm saying? We are co-promoters together in lots of different business ventures. If you want to learn how to take your businesses to the next level and you feel like there's stuff that you need to know and you want to learn from people who may be a little bit ahead of you, come tap in with us. We'll teach you and tell you everything you know as long as you're a good person and your energy's right. And if you feel like you have any value offerings you can exchange to us to teach us anything that we may not know about, we're all ears. It's your boy Bad News Brown TV. On these microphones, I rock well. Listen up, I got a story to tell.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I rock with you, and I support you. Anything I could do for you, I'm here for you, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate you. Let them know how to. You told them where to follow at, and it's on the scroll. It's on the scroll. It's on the scroll. Follow him right now. Hey, if y'all not up with the Battle League, y'all going look. Who else is interviewing the Battle Leaguers? I'm about to interview all the Battle Leaguers. We bringing them here to Let's Chop It Up. It's your big homie Trey Boogie. Bad News Brown. Last thing you want to say?
Last thing I want to say, in the words of Friday Night Lights, clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose, man. Let's go.
I appreciate you, man. It's your big homie Trey Boog.
We OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods. I know you guys are probably asking yourselves, who gave this nigga the right to write a Bible? But if we all look past the lies and false teachers of the men that portray themselves to be the powers that be and seek the truth, our lives just as well as all that lives, lives are Bible. OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods. No matter what man-made religion we believe in, just being true to thy Lord within ourselves will bring us peace. It's gonna be alright, cause in hell, we can't win the war between good and evil without being truthful to the powers that be. OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods, OGs and young gods.
IC Productions.
Hey, yo, Cash, you did it with this one.
I used to miss to look better than your nigga, I put that shit on.
Yo, man! Hey.
Little ass nigga with a big gate, ain't scared to push a nigga shit back. Little old rabbit ass nigga out his goddamn mind when it pop, ain't bout to jump back. I ain't no killing ass nigga, but you ever disrespect me on God, go to war about mine. I need 2 phones, they say, they be ringing at the same damn time. I got 2 birds, they say, they be selling at the same damn time. Got 2 bad bitches going down on me, they be sucking at the same damn time. And I'm sick of these grown man lying ass niggas, they be rapping by the same damn lines. Came from the basement and shot through the ceiling, they say, little nigga, it's about that time. Hey, here's a form. Little nigga pop out and we get them lost. She gonna working for niggas with money like she doing overtime over at V-Live. Diamonds, they hitting from every direction. You think this shit nigga was fine in the B-Hive. Ain't understand it, but now I can see why. I cannot fuck with these niggas, they see why. Hey, push to start. Ain't no more keys up inside the ignition. I really like money, it keep me ambitious. And I like to flex on these niggas with riches. Talking your ass off. If you gonna say it, then you gotta show me. I can still pull up that picture from 2018 if these niggas ain't like that don't know me. I like how I'm branded. Can't creep me, I'm a bandit. I know some niggas can't stand me. Pull up a chair of a sedan. I do this for real, not just weekends. Say that it's up to the beef ends. Square ass nigga with a beef den. Head lip, but I'm going back in. Little ass nigga with a big gate, ain't scared to push a nigga shit back. Old rabbit ass nigga out his goddamn mind when it pop, ain't bout to jump back. I ain't no killing ass nigga, but you ever disrespect me on God, go to war about mine. I need 2 phones, they say, they be ringing at the same damn time. I got 2 birds, they say, they be selling at the same damn time. Got 2 bad bitches going down on me, they be sucking at the same damn time. And I'm sick of these grown man lying ass niggas, they be rapping by the same damn lines. Came from the basement and shot through the ceiling, they say, little nigga, it's about that time. Hop on the beat, I'm regulars. Don't come in, nigga, get messy. She say my brown skin sexy. No relation, sex me. Shit, I had to block her cause she tryna take me that yo girl. Nigga green in the face like a no girl. Turn her with Perky and Molly, they Whitney and Bobby. But I'm about to stick to my old girl. Chop big bricks like Sensei. Nigga on block the Kimbe. She throw that like Dambe. When I say throw that bae, she gon' throw that bae. Throw that bae. Gobble, monster, drink it, swallow, lay that seatback flat, yeah. In that blade, make bay, yeah. Baby, she sell bundles, ain't no clearance on the frontals. Young niggas, they my runners, they come fresh up out that jungle. I'm the shit, I need a plunger, yeah. Little ass nigga with a big gate, ain't scared to push a nigga shit back. Old rabbit ass nigga out his goddamn mind when it pop, ain't bout to jump back. I ain't no killing ass nigga, but you ever disrespect me on God, go to war about mine. I need 2 phones, they say, they be ringing at the same damn time. I got 2 birds, they say, they be selling at the same damn time. Got 2 bad bitches going down on me, they be sucking at the same damn time. And I'm sick of these grown man lying ass niggas, they be rapping by the same damn lines. Came from the basement and shot through the ceiling, they say, little nigga, it's about that time.
F and G shit. Shot
Big homie, big homie Trey Boogie.
Boogie, we slide.
Johnny Rocket.
Sliding in the rental, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on her toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.